Hello.
Then there was one.
Then there is one.
Yes.
Hello.
How are
I'm going to
you,
mark it
Waba?
here. Hello and welcome to part 2 of Mental Health Monday. There surely is a clickbait title that we will develop over the course of the next 2 hours as we talk about introduce yourself.
Okay. Hello, I am Plumbobprincess. I am... I don't know.
Great. Insert thing here.
I am a person
Why would you do that to yourself?
that lives in the United
Why?
States. And yeah. No, anyways, but for seriously, I'm Plumbobprincess. I am a mom, wife, streamer, a person who hates her everyday job, a sister, a daughter, a cousin, a niece, a crafter. What else? A pop culture lover, and yeah, it's a little bit about me. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of just tacked off everything: mom, wife, daughter, worker, streamer, crafter.
I'm sure all of those will go into the fucking just description and the keywords.
Yeah, Etsy shop.
I've been
owner.
having fun describing the people that come on to the
yeah.
talks.
How would you describe me, Wapa?
Mother, wife, gamer,
Yeah.
and baddie.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
And avid. What is the name of your Sims playthrough thing? Challenge.
Bad Girls Club.
Yeah, and Bad Girls and Sims 4 Bad Girls Club player.
Yep.
The Plumbobprincess is sure to get your, I don't know.
Sims to fight. I don't know.
Is sure to get your Sims Rylan. Wylan. There we go. We just got to use some lingo, just throw in some questionable shit in there. It'll be fine.
Right. Perfect. Oh my god. The way Rec has it set up, I know I'm like jumping, but Jesus Christ.
What?
The way his ring lights are. I'm gonna be seeing spots for like.
Yeah,
weeks.
I have a ring light here and a ring light right here. So like I'm seeing spots every time I look slightly to the left.
So like if I'm
4
looking crazy,
easy steps to Plumabob.
Right. Like I'm trying to look at the camera, but I keep getting blinded. So if I
feel like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of your smile. Wait, can you just smile real quick? Yeah, I'll take that frame.
Okay.
I'll take that frame, and I'm gonna put a Sims 4 Plumbob above you.
Oh my god, that would be perfect. I would love that.
There's a thumbnail. Done.
Yeah. Perfect.
Right, sorry,
love it.
Mother, wife, gamer, sister, cute person, baddie, boss ass bitch.
Oh, thank you, Artist Hope.
Boss ass bitch.
Thank you.
Bitch.
And thank you, Mama Bear, 2314. What? Yes, Plumbob. Bad boss bitch, boss mom in it. All right.
Let's go.
But yeah, so shoot me some questions. I'm ready.
Okay.
I don't know, I was thinking earlier and I was like, what am I going to say?
Time to dive into some deep bullshit.
Let's dive in. Rex said he wasn't going to watch because...
Rex's not going to watch?
No, because he tends to not like to hear about my past, even though he knows everything from my past. He gets all angry. I'm like, dude, you're the only person I've been with for 8 years. So why are you like, past is past. We all have them.
Fuck you, RectWizard. Process your emotions properly.
He'd probably be mad I told you. Like, why'd you tell Waba that I wasn't gonna watch?
Maybe he is watching. He's gonna come back in the room. He's gonna be like, nope, my wife can't talk to you anymore. I'm sorry. You insulted me.
He's not. I can hear the baby. She's keeping him preoccupied. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into the nitty gritty.
All right. What the fuck is up? So relationships and abuse. What the fuck is up with that? What kind of experiences you have had? Other than...
So it was crazy because I was thinking about it earlier today while I was at work, and I was like, because it took me a long time to realize that I didn't really know that mental manipulation was like a form of abuse. It took me a long time because growing up, I constantly associated getting hit or getting hands put on you as abuse. So I never really thought about the mental aspects. And like I was thinking, I was telling Rect, I was like, well, I don't know if I really have abuse. And he started naming all my exes because he just knows all my little stories. And he's like, that's
I
mental
love
abuse.
him. I love
Yeah, he's
him.
like, this so-and-so, 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 and so-and-so. And I remember this, I remember this. I'm like, oh, well, shit. Thank you for triggering me. Thank you for making it all bubble up at once. Like I was trying to like think of little small incidents. But
Yeah.
so I can say that when it comes to like abuse and stuff, I've thankfully never been physically abused.
Really?
I've never been physically abused, which I'm grateful to say. And I was like,
All
wait,
right.
I don't think I have anything to talk about. And he's like, yeah, that mental shit that you went through. So I was like, okay.
I'm not gonna lie, fam. I deadass thought that you implied before on previous talks that when you were growing up that you were hit.
Well, no, not like. Well, okay. So when you say like, I don't know. I mean, I had like spankings as a kid when I did something wrong, but I don't know if that's like considered abuse. Or are we just talking about relationships? Like,
I mean, it could be considered abuse, but like,
okay,
I mean, your first relationship that you have is with your parents. Let's be real.
true,
Your parents and your
very
immediate
true.
family.
True, but it was never like that. Maybe I implied it wrong. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm also crazy sometimes. So.
You're not crazy. Growing up black is a traumatic experience.
Yeah.
So
I was never
completely
abused
justified.
like that in the house. And when it came to relationship wise, okay, I've had stuff. Not like I've been beat, but I've had stuff thrown at me, and I've thrown stuff. So I guess I could be abused, but
What were your parents like?
um,
Did they
strict,
like yeah, go on.
strict in a way. But it was more like verbally strict. Like it was crazy. My dad was the one who would, when dad's mad because he's gonna tell you he's mad. You know, he doesn't. He, yeah, it's weird. Like I always knew he was mad because he would say his words and his tonality would change, but it wasn't. You know, I knew, okay, like you better stop, like chill out. You know, like he means business. You know. Mom was the one who she still to this day she doesn't really show that she's mad, but when she is mad, so if she raises her voice, you know you better stop because it takes her a lot to get to that point. But yeah, it was like stuff again. I would get stuff taken away, so it wasn't like abuse, like you're gonna get beat for this, but you did this at school, so you don't get your phone, you don't get your computer, you don't get nothing. You gotta sit in the room. You gotta go to bed early.
Right.
In like high school, so that was like my form of like discipline in the house.
Sure. It's punishment.
And then, yeah, it was like my punishment. Like I remember when I was little, I had yelled at my grandpa, and I got in trouble. And I got like a little tap on my hand, but it wasn't nothing. It was just like, get in line. And now you gotta go to bed because you yelled at your grandpa. Which was rude, which I know you don't yell at your elders, and I was getting my little personality coming out and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, my parents. I always say I feel bad for my mom because the personalities in that house are insane. She's a Virgo, and then I'm a Scorpio, and my dad's an Aries, and my sister's an Aries, and I don't know if anybody believes in like astrological signs and stuff like that, but Aries and Scorpios are a bit much. So I feel bad because
I was about to say, like, you're not a Scorpio, you're just an asshole.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm an asshole and I'm okay with being an asshole.
Sure.
But yeah, so I didn't go through like that type of abuse in the house. If anything, it was, the raised voices and stuff like that.
Sure.
Which I am grateful for because I know that a lot of people, you married an Aries, that's crazy census taker. Those are crazy people. If anybody's Aries, I love Aries. I'm just totally playing, but I love astrology. I think it's hilarious. But yeah, my parents, they're average-ish.
Sure. So first relationship then.
The first relationship I remember, it was like ninth grade. I had a boyfriend, but it was nothing important because he was like a sophomore. I was a freshman. We held hands, so I wouldn't really. He didn't really put a big mark on me because he ended up getting kicked out of school, and um, his mom shipped him out of state. But what's crazy is we kept talking throughout the years. Like every once in a blue moon, he would pop up right when I would get out of a situationship, because I had a lot of situationships before I actually had relationships. I didn't have really relationships. I had a lot of BS before my husband, which was crazy. Um, Wait, 100% do not recommend, dislike, unfollow. Sorry, I was reading that comment.
Yeah.
But it was crazy because with high school wise, I didn't really have a official. So he was like my ninth grade boyfriend, but it was one of those little kid relationships. We maybe kissed on lips one time, and it was like a peck because I didn't know how to kiss, and no one told me you actually had to kiss back. So it was, and like he was mad. And went and told all my friends like she didn't want to kiss me. She didn't kiss me back.
My first kiss was I got kissed, and
okay.
like I asked for a kiss, and I in my opinion it was a very, very bad kiss, but it's fine because they're my best friend now. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Totally makes sense. That works as long as you know.
We weren't at all compatible, so it's fine.
Yeah. So I don't really count that relationship. I guess my first real boyfriend, I would say, was senior year, and he was okay. Like he would try to play mind games. But I'm like, we're in high school. Why are you playing mind games? You know, he would.
Like what kind of mind games?
He broke up with me 2 days before Valentine's Day. You know, that's traumatic for a girl, for her first, like, a real boyfriend. I'm, like, losing my mind and crying like crazy. And
that's fucked.
Yeah, like, crying like crazy, all because he was not, like, I'm not going to say popular because I wasn't popular in school. I was kind of, like, middle ground. Like, I knew a lot of people, but, like, I wasn't, like, a jock. I didn't play any sports. I didn't do anything like that. It's kind of, I knew everybody, but I was kind of like middle range. I wasn't weird. Popular. I wasn't unpopular. Yeah. You know.
High school was always so weird. In high school, everyone knew me for one reason or another, and it was either Henry is weird, or like I've heard of this person and I'm not sure what to make of them, or like they actually knew me out and they were cool.
Yeah.
So it was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. So it's like. He was kind of the same way. What's odd is I went to school with him my whole high school career, and I did not notice I had never seen him until senior year. Wow. Why, I don't know. I knew a lot of people, but for some reason I didn't see him until senior year. We went to like a Halloween horror nights thing with a group of friends, and he just happened to be with a friend that I was there with. I was friends with a girlfriend there, and I'm a cold person. I freeze to death. So I remember I didn't have a jacket on. We were there late at night. Okay. You're a guy and you're nice and cuddly and you have a big jacket on. I'm going to cuddle with you. I don't know you, but I'm going to cuddle with you. So
valid.
I like cuddled up in his jacket because I wanted some warmth. And then it like, you know, then it blossomed into a relationship. And that was like that was Halloween. And then he broke up with me before Valentine's Day because, like I said, I wasn't popular, but for some reason he was now getting attention because he had a girlfriend. So he wanted attention from whoever he can get it. So he didn't actually want a girlfriend for Valentine's Day. He wanted to he wanted to keep his options open.
He wanted a boo thing.
Exactly, which was mind game number one. I remember I'm losing my mind and crying to my mom. My mom's like, you need to chill out, like screw him. And she got mad because he couldn't get an actual Valentine's Day date. So like the day, like on Valentine's Day, do you want to get back together and go to dinner? And my dumb ass, you know. But then, oh my God, he was very insecure.
Clearly,
he would always say like I was out of his league, which I didn't think that. Let Rec tell him when he seen pictures of him. Rec was like, "Why the fuck did you date him?" I'm like, I don't know. I had a lot of questionable choices back in my late teens, early 20s. I just was experimenting.
Listen, let's be real. We all made questionable choices in our late teens, early 20s.
Yes, I made tons of interesting choices.
Hey, Angel of Death. Do you know
Angel
her?
of Death. Yes. Hello. Hello.
Hey, welcome in.
Um, she yeah, they're in Rick's Discord. Or yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so I lost my train.
Made bad decisions in high school. We got back together with this guy on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I got back together with him on Valentine's Day,
and then something.
We're just kind of he was very
right.
like jealous in a way.
Yeah, he was jealous, and he was like, "You're on my league."
He always thought that I was flirting with somebody. When I wasn't, he was always going through my phone, and I couldn't stand that. Like I didn't even have back then. It was 2004, my senior year of high school. So I didn't get a phone until I was 16 because my mom was like, "You don't get a phone until you're 16." So I had a bunk ass flip phone, and he's like going through trying to read text messages when it took me 30 minutes to send a text message back then. So I'm like, what are you trying to find? Like, calm down.
Why'd you let him?
Because I was my first boyfriend, and I thought that, this is the person I'm gonna marry, and this is like normal. Oh, no. You know, if he's jealous, then he really likes me. You know, like I thought it was like cute. Like
you were telling yourself that, or were you hearing those messages from other places?
I was telling myself that. I don't know where that stemmed from. I don't know where that implanted in me, because it's not like I saw stuff like that. I don't know where that came from. I mean, my parents have been married since they got married 2 months before I was born. So it's not like I saw my mom, you know, hop from guy to guy and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It was weird. I don't know why I thought that, but I was very complacent because he was insecure, but I was also insecure. From growing up in elementary school, I used to get teased a lot. I would get called all different type of names. I would get teased about my looks. Oh, you have big bug eyes. Oh, you have a crooked nose. Oh, you have a mustache. Are you a girl? Why are your arms hairy? Why are your legs hairy? So,
because hair grows there. Hello.
Right, but I would get teased a lot. So I think it formed as I got older. And then, like when I started liking guys, and I remember in middle school, I liked all the popular, over-the-top guys.
Liking guys, your first mistake.
Right. Right. So, like, you know, I would tell, you know, I would not get rejected, but I remember there was one guy named Tommy, and everybody loved Tommy in school, and I was like, I have a crush on him, but his brother was dating my cousin, so I was like, ooh, that'll work. Like, I got a chance, but like he didn't like me. So then, like, a lot of guys, the guys that like me, I didn't like, and the ones that I like didn't like me. So when I got older, I was like, I felt kind of ostracized and weird. I'm like, I've never actually had like a real boyfriend. So when I got him, I was like, ooh. And truthfully, I look back at him, I don't know why I dated him, because he's just and dirty, and he didn't really have much going for him. And the last time I saw him, he still didn't have much going for him. So I don't know what the hell I thought I was doing, talking about I'm gonna marry him and stuff like that. So I kind of settled, and I felt like I had to be with him, because why does anybody else want to be in a relationship with me? You know? So I stayed with him until we graduated. I graduated, he didn't graduate. I started working, and then stupidly, he would ask me stuff and I didn't want to say no. So he'd be like, can you buy me a pair of shoes? What? Like, why? Like, why do you want me to buy you a pair of shoes? But my dumbass did. Why, I don't know. Actually, I do know, because my best friend at the time, she wasn't on the right track, because she graduated and she got a job at the airport, and she met the guy that would be her future baby daddy. And he was a piece of trash. But I'm not gonna say, like, I know I have my own mind. I know everybody has their own mind. But when you're young and you're around your friends, you are very impressionable.
Yes.
So she would do stuff, and I'm like, is that like normal? Like, why the fuck are you buying this grown man stuff all day? Like,
right.
I know it's not about that. I know it's not about money, but why are you buying him stuff? Like, why? But it wasn't, he didn't have a job. She had a job. My ex didn't have a job. He would be in and out of jobs. He would literally, in 1 year, he would have 6 jobs. I'm like, I guess it's normal, but coming from me, I'm 34 and I've had 2 jobs in my
Is
life.
that normal?
Well, I don't know. I
It's
know
a lot of
it
different
happens
jobs.
to
Like, what happened? Did he quit? Did he get fired?
he would
Like,
quit, he would get fired, he just wouldn't go
yeah, I don't think that's supposed
because
to
he
be
would get
normal.
high all day.
Yeah,
He
that's
would,
it's
yeah,
definitely
he
a
was,
very unhealthy use of substances.
yeah. So he would get high all
Clearly.
day. And it was always the same jobs. He was always a busboy or a server, or he worked
Sure.
at tree lots and at Christmas time. Oh, then he went to go and work somewhere in the mall. Then he tried to be a car dealership. But he never kept a job. So he would, I don't know why, but I was stupid. And I don't know where that came from, but I would like buy him stuff. And then that transcended into my next situation and shit. So basically, me and the first guy, we end up breaking up because, okay, I know it's like TMI, but we're all adults. Can I say anything? Or like, what are my parameters? Actually,
What are your
let me stop.
parameters? I mean, consider, man, this is probably gonna trigger you. Considering that my last guest, friend N, talked about, you know, being sexually abused by his father and his cousins. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
you've been on Mental Health Monday before. You can say whatever the fuck you want to.
Okay. Well, this wasn't.
I love my guests
It
to
was.
say anything on their own terms. So
It was also like a psychosomatic thing that he would do, and he would make me feel like something was wrong with me because we were both virgins.
sure.
And
Extremist marketing.
the fact that he didn't know what to. Okay, he looking back at it after the fact, he would always tell me that something was wrong with me physically because he would try to have sex with me, but he couldn't. Like, I don't know if he didn't know what he was doing, he didn't know how, but
Like
he would blame
getting
me
hard, or he was trying to put it in your urethra.
he couldn't get it in, so he would blame me and he would say, you know, something's wrong with you, your mother needs to teach you how to learn your body. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean my mother needs to teach me how to learn my body? Like, he's like, you need to play with yourself, you need to do stuff like this because it's your fault that I can't have sex with you. And
what?
He's like, you might, and he would tell me stuff like, you might be broken.
Foreplay? Oh my god.
And I'm like, I'm broken? And he's like, it was so stupid. And now I sit back and think about it, I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, why'd I let him make me feel like something was wrong with me when you're the dummy and you don't know what you're doing? So I'm sitting here freaking out about, oh my god, my boyfriend can't have sex with me. Like, something's wrong with me. Am I broken? Am I
No, your
open?
boyfriend
Like,
needs to actually
all
fucking
types.
touch you and foreplay and hello.
Exactly. So he didn't know what he was doing, so he would get frustrated, and then he would like yell in my face about something's wrong with you, or why aren't
No,
you
Jeffrey,
getting
that's
aroused
ridiculous.
on
Let's just
me?
gaslight all women to think that they're broken. That's clearly the solution.
Exactly, Jeffrey. It should have been a
Oh
conversation, and he kept blaming it on me, and I'm like,
But
first of
that
all, we're both
assumption is that he's a
teenagers.
half decent person who could have an open conversation with their partner. That's
Exactly. My thing is, I was
expecting a lot.
17.
Heavy sarcasm here, but like, goddamn.
Right. It was ridiculous. I was 17. He was 18. He just was like, I know what I'm doing.
No, he
Obviously
doesn't.
you don't, because, and my thing is, I thought it was cool that we were both virgins and we could both learn together, and he just
Right.
completely ruined it for me to where I didn't want to give him that experience. So
Yeah.
he got mad because one day he started yelling in my face about me being broken and how if he couldn't fuck me, he was gonna find somebody else to fuck.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. I said, please do.
Go for it, because
And then I started yelling.
working.
Yeah. Yes. And then I would never like yell back, but I got so irritated him. I said, guess what? I will find somebody that can fuck me. And then he got all mad. Because I didn't drive. He drove this beat up, it was some type of hoopty. So he decided I had all my stuff in the car. Yes, JV, it was crazy. So I had all my stuff in his car. He decided to take everything out, all my stuff out, and throw it out of his car because he was so mad that I yelled back and I said something to him. And then he left me on the corner I mean, I knew where I was because it was a city we went to high school in. He left me on a corner. I didn't have a license. I didn't have like a bus pass. And I had to call my mother to come pick me up. Like, thank God it was still, I mean, it was getting afternoon, but it wasn't dark yet. But I was like, okay, you're a douche. But then my dumb ass,
Yep.
after a couple of weeks, I just started talking to him again. He was all like, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. My mom was pissed. My mom was like, don't talk to him. He's a fucking asshole. He left my daughter. You know, you're a young girl. Like, why would he do that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm an idiot, and I went back to him. But then at that point in time, I started working myself. And it was kind of just like, at that point in time, I was so like drained from all his bullshit because it was always something like, buy me this. Oh, you don't want to buy me nothing? No, I don't, because I make $300 every 2 weeks.
Oh,
Whereas like, I'm not making enough to buy you anything. Like,
he should have just started calling you mommy.
pretty much. And that's what he wanted. He wanted somebody like his
Someone
mother.
just to take care of him.
Right. So then I started working at Chuck E. Cheese of all friggin' places.
Oh my god.
And me and him, we weren't officially together anymore. We were kind of just,
Sure.
it was just kind of like a fallback because we were comfortable with each other. And like I said, I didn't drive, so I needed rides to work sometimes. I needed to get picked up if my mom or my dad were busy. And then I met a guy at work that I actually liked. And this is where a lot of my psycho, like crazy bullshit began, because he played a lot of games too. So basically, the ex-boyfriend, he was like falling down the wayside. I meet this guy at my job that I liked, and he was younger than me by like 2 months. He was like younger by like 2 months. So I was like, okay. He was more experienced, I guess. And we became friends. And that's who I lost my virginity to. And it was not the way you should lose your virginity. You don't want to smell like pizza. Basically, we're in the backseat of his van. I smell like pizza. He worked in the kitchen. He smelled like pizza. He kept telling me all these things. I really like you. I want to be with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm a young girl. I'm all like, cool. I'm like,
swoon.
oh my God. And then he does that smooth, I will never forget, because at that point in time, we had become friends. So instead of relying on the ex, who I was kind of really trying to get away from, but I was holding on to that just for some type of cushion, because I didn't want to necessarily not have somebody to fall back on, you know?
Right.
I started kind of pushing away from him. So the new guy at work, I started getting rides and stuff from him. He would take me home. He would drop me off. He would sometimes pick me up. And I remember he did this little smooth, like the line, I'll never forget it. He was all like, so would you have sex with me for the first time? And I was like,
oh my god.
Oh my God. It's like, yeah. Like, of course. But I was like terrified because I didn't know, because he wasn't a virgin, but I was. So then it was all this every day at work, because we were trying to keep a secret at work that we liked each other. So there's a whole ass Chuck E. Cheese room at Chuck E. Cheese. So it's a closet.
Chuck E. Cheese room.
And it's a closet where the Chuck E. suit is. So
no.
You go in the closet and you put on the suit. But the closet didn't lock. So you would go in there, and if you try to sneak in there with somebody, you had to hold the door real fast before someone just barges in. Oh yeah, Chucky's a whole ass suit, Mama Bear. But yes, so we would go, we would sneak around in the building. We would sneak around in the Chuck E. Cheese, and we go into the Chucky room, and he like grabbed my butt, and he like kissed me on my cheek. It was like so cute. Like he built this up to being so nice. Wait, my husband's texting me. Is he watching? He's probably not. Okay, he is watching. But anywho, so it was like this build up. He was trying to like build up to basically play. I say it was a play. It was a ploy. He was nice, and he did all this to try to make it seem like he really liked me. So at this point in time, I thought he really liked me. So then I ended up.
I'm blowing wreck kisses, by the way. Is what's happening here.
Yeah. So, anywho, after weeks and weeks of build up and realized, I decided to trust him, and I was like, okay. So the deed happened, and then I remember he took me home, and then I went to work the next day.
So hold on, just to clarify, because I think we found our clickbait title. You had sex with fucking Chuck E. Cheese in the Chuck E. Cheese closet.
Well, not in the closet. It was after work when
Oh, okay.
he was taking me home, and we had went to like a park.
Damn it! I can't good
I know.
clickbait this one. Oh well,
I know.
it's fine.
So
Anyway, go on.
he was taking me home.
Yeah.
Is the baby kicking the wall? I think she is. So anywho, the deed happened, and I was so excited and so ecstatic because I was like, "Oh my god, my ex-boyfriend was a douche. He didn't know what he was doing, but I actually meet somebody who likes me, and we are going to be together." And blah blah blah. Like, you know, I was naive. Yeah, totally take off my earrings. Don't even know why I thought that was a good idea. So then I get to work the next day, and I'm like texting my best friends, and I get home that night like, "Oh my god, we're in the club." Da da da. So yeah, so then I get to work and he just walks right past me.
Wow.
Just walks right past me. And I'm like,
that's some cold, dirty pizza right there.
I'm like, okay.
The
And he
fucking Chuck E.
literally,
Cheese guy.
yeah, so all this build up, and all this
just
sweet
so he can
nuns in my ear, just so he pretty much. So then
so fucked.
it was like 2.5 weeks that he just ignored me. And I remember my mom picked me up from work one day, and I had been like so depressed and so sad, like, what's wrong with me? Blah blah, something's wrong with me. Why did he do that if he didn't really like me? Blah blah blah. Like, I'm just over dwelling. And I remember I'm in the car, mom's like, you need to, she said, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you're not talking, you're not eating, like, what's going on? I'm like, I slept with him and he's ignoring me. And then I get out the car all dramatic and I slammed the door, and my mom just sitting there like, what do I do? Like, she's like, what do I do? Like, I don't know how to help my child, because we talked about that kind of stuff growing up, but it was still like weird for my parents to talk about the birds and the bees. Like, I knew about it.
Did he ever talk to you again, or did he just ghost you forever?
No, so he didn't ghost me forever. So after about 3 weeks, he starts to slowly talk to me again. And me being a person who should have been disgustingly mad, I'm stupid and I didn't, because at this point in time, I'm so wrapped into this person that I'm still stuck on the, oh, I want to be with you, blah, blah, blah. And he, like, of course, made up excuses about wanting to be with me, and he was sorry, he was stressed out because he had family issues. He didn't have family issues, because he just started lying, and every lie he told me, I would catch, because he would always stumble up and mess up a part of the story. But once again, I thought that this is my first, this is who I'm gonna be with, we're gonna work it out. I don't know what you're working out at Chuck E. Cheese. Like, I don't know why I was so dramatic and so analytical and thinking I'm gonna marry all these, like, I'm gonna marry all these dudes. Like, it was ridiculous. So then fast forward, he would basically, he was the flirt and I became the insecure person, like my ex, because he started playing mind games, because Chuck E. Cheese is a bunch of kids.
I have a genuine question. Have you seen The Cycle of Abuse before? Are you familiar with it?
I think I saw this last Mental Health Monday.
It's on screen right now. But
I'm looking up at it.
I just want to say that so far he's hit every single thing here. You know.
And it's so funny because I didn't realize none of that until now.
The ghosting is literally the punishment. You know, he got what he wanted, so now he's ghosting you. Yeah. Acts if nothing happened, and then, you know, slowly reintroduce love and kindness. There's another one of these that I could probably try to find or bring up somewhere. It's violence. God, where's the other one? There's a few ones. Oh, there's one. Narcissistic abuse. Idolize, devalue, discard, hover.
Yeah. And that was pretty much what it was. He would
So idolize, flattery, gifts, excessive attention appeal to your heart, weaken your defense mechanisms, allow you to be drawn to whirlwind romance without even realizing it. And then devalue, admiration ceases to exist and is replaced by verbal emotional abuse, phase is characterized by cruel, degrading, and condescending remarks, often disguised as ghost jokes and sarcasm. Victims feel confused, doubt themselves, and develop low self-esteem. And then discards, where the victim's usefulness to the abuser has ceased. Abuser has found a new supply, someone to replace the victim to fill all their needs. The victim is tormented and thrown away as if love shared between them never existed. And then hover, the narcissist attempts to draw a victim back into the abusive relationship by any means necessary. Begging, crying, guilt-tripping, projecting, blame shifting, etc. So forth. Yay. Not every abuser is a narcissist, but every narcissist is an abuser? Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of it.
Totally agree. But it was, I don't know, it was just crazy. So
maybe I'm overarching by saying that, but
no, I don't think so. We're like, we literally, I switched roles because I got so wrapped into him that I became the jealous person that my ex was, to where Chuck E. Cheese was a bunch of kids. Like, Chuck E. Cheese was literally 16 to maybe 22, and the bosses, like the big boss who ran the actual Chuck E. Cheese, he was maybe 28. So like that's the oldest person in the building. So at this point in time, I'm freshly 18, I believe. Yeah, I'm freshly 18.
Jesus.
And he was like the popular guy at work. Like everybody had a crush on him. And he knew it. And he knew that it would bother me. So he would constantly flirt with other people in front of me. Oh, I need a ride home. I'm not going to give you a ride home. I'm going to give her a ride home. Really? So I'm losing my shit, crying at work. Like, why? But then he was sweet talking. I would still go back to him because I thought that that's what I wanted. Like, I thought it was, I thought that was normal, And then I remember it took me a while, but I finally started to come to because I just wasn't really fulfilled. Like the difference between the ex and him was the ex would get like mad and angry and he would yell. Chuck E. Cheese would never yell. He would never get mad. He just would ignore me and wouldn't talk to me, and it would fuck with me because I hate being ignored. Like to this day, if I'm talking about something, respond to me. I like to have conversations, but his way of like manipulating me is he just wouldn't talk to me because he knew it would bother me and it would fuck off my whole week. It would mess up work. It would mess up everything.
Yeah, and then intentionally doing that is fucked.
Yeah, he would do it intentionally until he wanted something, and then I would always be like, okay, just because I was young. And then I remember, I don't know what happened. I think I was talking to my cousin one day, and I was telling her the situation, and she went through a lot of stuff. Now she would be a wonderful person to have on a Monday because she has a lot. She's been through a lot. But I was telling her about it, and she's like, you just need to stop talking to him. She's like, you need to stop talking to him.
Yeah.
And she's like, you tell him, because I wanted more, but I knew I wasn't going to get more. And I don't know why I wanted more because it didn't start off correctly, but I was so wrapped into it that I was like, I still want something from this. So I remember I took a stand and I was so proud of myself. I told him, I said, I'm not going to mess around with you no more. I'm not going to hang out with you anymore because we're not going to be together. And I don't want this kind of like the way it makes me feel. I don't like the way you make me feel. I don't like the games you play. And he was like, well, basically, if we're not having sex, then I'm not gonna be a nice person.
Yeah, well, at that point, you say fuck off.
I said, then don't be a nice person. I said, that's fine. Don't be a nice person. You don't have to talk to me. Don't talk to me anymore. And then he got mad and literally ignored me for 2 weeks again, and he killed me. I was so upset. But then, out of nowhere, he comes up to me. It was like a bracelet or something. He comes up to me with a gift. And I'm like, the hell you buying me a gift for? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, that's not who you are. And then, I want to be in a relationship. I want to try it. Let me take you on a date. So I remember us going on a date and we just fell back into the same pattern. It was never no boyfriend or girlfriend. It was still I'm going to use you and I want to use you. And you're like a secret. What movie? It's remind me of a movie. There's a movie. Or no, a TV show. Has anybody ever watched Awkward? Have you ever watched Awkward?
No, I have not watched that.
I just thought about it. It's kind of similar. How like the guy on Awkward, he liked the girl, but he didn't want to be seen with her because he's embarrassed her. Blah blah. I was like, I guess embarrassed of Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know. It just popped in my head right now. But basically, I just kept falling to the same cycle with him, and it got unfulfilling because it was like the mental abuse. I was tired of getting ignored. I was tired of the games and stuff. So I decided that I was like, I'm gonna try to step away. I will say I'm proud of myself because I did pull back when I needed to. Like I would pull back when I needed to. Although he was one that for years would still try to latch on because he felt like he had some type of hold on. And he told me one time, he said,
Of course.
He's
How
like,
long were you with this Chuck E. Cheese dude anyway?
Like we were never official, but maybe.
How long were you associated with him? And
we were associated from when I was end of 17 to about 22.
4 years? That's wild to me because you said you've called him out so many times. So what?
I would call him out, but I was always stupid. Like I would call him out, but then.
What do you think it was that like kind of kept you around for so long? Because you called it out and you fucking identify it yourself, but you still
it's funny because I identify it now. When I was young, I didn't. I just kept thinking timing wasn't right.
Didn't?
Like
wait, but you said when you were young, you also like called him out on shit, and you're just like, I'm not gonna do that.
I called him out, but then anytime he would apologize. If he would apologize, I would always believe him. And I know Aussie Judge, I didn't expect it to be, it shouldn't have been that long, but it wasn't like a full 4 years. It was like spaced through. So like we wouldn't talk for a long time. And then he would come back and apologize and be like, but you know you like me. You know you miss me. And then I would always hang out with him again for like a month or so. And then I wouldn't talk to him again because I would try to go meet somebody else. And for a long time, it was a fallback because I kept fabricating in my mind that something was going to change, and it wasn't. It was just the same cycle of he would come around when he didn't have no other options.
Pretty much.
And I would be like, okay, well, this person, whoever I'm around, I don't like them right now, but I'm going to fall back to you. You know, it was stupid, and he would always say, we're going to be together forever. I said, how are we gonna be together? We're not together. It's just a situationship. It's not a relationship.
Right.
Yeah, like it's not a relationship. Like it's just playing games. Like why aren't we playing games? You know. And then the part of the reason why I would go back is because I just kept meeting winners. Like I just kept meeting winners. Like it was just. It didn't matter because I would meet people who would seem so much worse than him to where I felt like, okay, well, this is the lesser of two evils. Because the same best friend who was making bad choices, and the same time the Chuck E. Cheese guy was playing his stupid mind games. I was hanging out with her a lot, and I became friends with her baby daddy's cousin. Why did I think it was a smart idea to talk to him when I knew that the cousin was an ass, you know? Sorry, I'm reading that big comment. I was wondering what.
We can do question and answer segment after story time.
Okay. So I met him and he was older, and I thought he was so cool, which he wasn't. He was a big bum, super big bum. And it was another one. I kind of fell back into that thing because I kind of just, me and her were hanging out all the time. Chuck E. Cheese was being an ass, and we really didn't talk for like a good. He ended up quitting for a while. He came back, if I remember quickly. He quit for a while. He came back. We didn't talk for like 8 months. So in between that 8 months, I didn't talk to him. I met my friend's baby daddy's cousin. I started talking to him. Bad idea. He was, I think, 5 years older than me, so not too bad. But no job. And he was once again, that's when because I've never, so like I grew up in I don't like the word, I don't mind saying bitch because I love saying bitch, but I'm nobody's bitch. And it was constantly my bitch, my bitch, my bitch. Not your bitch. Like, the
Right.
fuck? Like we would go out into a
Like,
restaurant.
don't disrespect me like that.
Yeah, like I remember vividly the we would go somewhere and he like because I was young, so I couldn't get into places, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So he would try to like finagle his way to the people that ran, oh, can you get my bitch in? I'm not
Oh
your
my
bitch,
god.
you know?
Was
And
this guy like
then
street or something? Like he thought he was
yeah,
cool?
yeah, he was hella street and
I
he
really hate to use that term too, because like,
no,
but
he
like
was, he
still.
was. He sold drugs
Great.
and
Good.
yeah, great.
Nice, respectful.
Yeah, he sold drugs and the cousin who was with my friend decided he was going to be a pimp
Oh my god.
and he started hitting on her. And
What a tool.
this ex,
What a tool.
yeah, he tried, right, exactly, Auntie JoJo. He would try to make himself look good while disrespecting me.
Mm-hmm.
But my dumb ass was all like, I don't know what I thought I was doing. I felt like I was big shit because I was hanging out with the older dude. But then I had certain friends that would meet him and they're like, ugh. Like just his face alone. Hey Benny, how are you?
Hey, welcome in.
They would look at his face and be like, why are you talking to him? You know, like it's weird. So he would be the one to where he didn't have a license. His license was suspended.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, he would ask me for money to go buy a beer. So every day he would have to have a beer. He would
What
have to
a
have
fucking mooch!
so he would have to have a 40.
What
And
are
my
all
dumb
these
ass.
mooches in your life? Jesus.
Oh yeah, he was a big scrub census
Sounds like
taker.
a
He was a huge
scrub.
scrub. So
Oh my god.
I was naive and I was young and I was like, oh, but my best friend is hanging out with this crew and I want to be a part of this crew. And even though he was disrespectful, I was like, well, he's giving me more attention than a Chuck E. Cheese dude because at least we go out in public and we go on dates. Like I'm like, we go on dates, but I'm funding the damn dates. Like it was
God, if
really
your
stupid.
comparison is the Chuck E. Cheese dude,
Exactly.
you know it's
So
bad.
my track
You know it's
record
bad.
horrible. But so then like this would be I would say the close. Well, he would threaten stuff because my friend was getting hit by her baby daddy, but I told him you're never gonna put your hands on me. When you put your hands on me, it's gonna be a problem because I have a huge ass family and have people in my family who are scared to go to jail. So don't put your hands on me because
They will
problems.
murder you.
Right, like I have some questionable uncles, so don't even think about it. But he would always push his luck, and then if I didn't do what he wanted me to do, he would get mad. So I freshly started to drive. So when I started to drive, he was excited I was driving.
Sure.
And I'm like, why are you excited? So it turned into, let me drive your car. But why? You know? But being young and stupid and impressionable, because I knew that he manipulated his ex-girlfriend before me. And I didn't think I was being manipulated, but I was. And being manipulated. It was buy me the beer every day, do this. Let me drive your car. But then I remember we were going through a checkpoint one time. We hit a checkpoint and he didn't have a license. And he was like, hurry up and get back in the driver's seat. My dumb ass was like, okay. So I had to crawl into the back seat and jump around. It was like so stupid. And then I had a curfew. Like I had a curfew growing up. Like, yes, everything is improvement. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Cypress? I think it's Cypress. But yes, when you start at rock bottom and you pick some interesting people, you can only grow up. You can only go up from there.
True.
But yeah, so he would get mad if I wouldn't pick him up or if I can do something. But I have whole ass rules. Like when me and Rec got together, I still had a curfew. That's just how my parents ran the house because my dad was like, if you're gonna live here, you're not gonna come in and out all the time. You know, like I like to lock up my house at a certain time. But that's how my dad was raised. My grandma was like, this is my cutoff. I'm locking up the house. You're not gonna come in and out, you know. So I had a curfew when me and Rhett got together. But this ex guy hated that I had a curfew, and he would get mad when I would like pick up or if I didn't come and get him. And he would try to get all crazy. So I remember one instance specifically, which was my cutting point, because I knew that he was no good, that I did not want him to meet my family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my family is really big to me, and I saw no point of meeting him. Like, it's so stupid. I don't know why I still continued to hang out with him, because I knew that it wasn't going to go anywhere. And the fact that I was embarrassed for him to meet my parents and to meet my sister, like, the lifestyle you live, my sister calls it my dark years. She says when you hung around with him, that was like your dark time, because we didn't know what the hell you were doing. Like,
Right.
we just were like, and my mom even said it. She said that time of your life, you were just a little crazy, and it scared me, because you were always out doing something and didn't really know what you were doing, because I got really secretive because I wanted to hang out with him all the time. But I knew it wasn't going anywhere. And then I remember one night it got really bad because I never wanted him to meet my family, but he knew where I lived, which I messed up on, because I didn't want him knowing where I lived. So he knew, because back before I was driving, we were on the car together one time, and the best friend had to drop me off, and he just happened to be in the car with his cousin. So he saw where I lived. So I remember one day he was like, it was like a Saturday, and I was doing something with my family. I had to help at the house, and he was like, can you come over and get me? I'm like, I can't. I have to stay at home.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you need to come and get me. I said, I can't. I have not been home. I need to stay at home.
Right.
And then he went psycho. And I'm not gonna lie, it scared me, because I knew he had been abusive to women in the past. And what had scared me was that he had planted his like claws like so deep in my mind on, I'm not gonna say I listened to him, but I like cared about his opinion, and I knew that he was like really questionable, the stuff he would do. So it turned to all these, you fucking bitch, come fucking get me. I'm gonna come over there and drag you out your fucking house. And I freaked out. Like, I freaked out. I remember I had kept it. I know. Right. I totally agree with that, Cypress.
Yeah.
So I freaked out, and I remember I was trying to keep that part because I knew my parents would not approve. My cousin already met him, and she thought he was a piece of shit. And I knew that it wasn't good, but I was like, I needed to let my parents in on this, because my dad, if somebody pops over here right now, I don't want my dad to go to jail. So I need to like explain what's going on. So I remember I'm boohooing and crying to
So
my parents.
how old were you when this happened?
I think I was 19 or 20. I was somewhere around there. Yeah, so he was maybe, he
Wait,
was
so
5 years.
you were still on and off with Chuck E. Cheese dude, and then this was second dude.
And this was comedian Chuck E. Cheese dude. Literally, it was a time frame of like 4 years that we were on and off, but we would go months at a time without talking.
My God.
Like, we would literally go 8 months here, not
So
talking.
toxic, but like, God, the mistakes of our past. I feel this.
It's crazy. Like, it's so crazy. Yeah. So then that made me realize
booty calls
that I needed to step away from him. And then
How old are you now again?
34.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 34 now. So I realized I needed to step away from him. And then he got mad, and he fucked up my car tire when I tried to take all his stuff back to him. Because I just had a bunch of his stuff in my car. Like, it was just little stuff in the backseat of my car. Nothing really important, because he didn't have shit. It was bad. So I basically stepped away from that situation. And he was still, on the occasion, try to contact me. But that one I completely was like, no. I didn't backtrack, because I didn't want to be scared. My thing is, no man is going to make me scared where I live. So that's one thing I learned. I walked away completely from that situation, which I am happy about. I should have walked away completely from Chuck E. Cheese, but I didn't get that violent, like, streak from Chuck E. Cheese to where I was like, okay, well, that's why I had Chuck E. Cheese like my fallback for a long time, because yes, he manipulated on the whole, I don't want to fully be with you and with stuff like that. But besides ignoring me, I still thought he was nice. You know, because at that point in time, it became a game. Like, I still cared, but I was like, okay, you're going to ignore me. Well, I'm going to do what the hell I want to do. You know, it was just toxic all the way around. Like, I had some toxic ass late teens, early 20s BS going on. But yeah, then, besides them, I can fast forward a bit because there's two other guys that, okay, so basically the guy that, the reason why I know my husband is actually another ex-boyfriend. This was the big manipulation because, so when I started working at the job that I'm at now, even though I'm in a different office, I've been in 3 different offices since I started my job. I met him, and it does kind of overlap because, like I said, I was young and none of these dudes were taking me seriously. So it's like, okay, I'm not talking to Chuck E. Cheese dude anymore. I'm not talking to, okay, so this dude, the one with the beards every day, my cousin called him Rock Face because
What the fuck?
because he had like this big ass Cheshire cat. He like his head like a big rock, and he was like an asshole. So, you know,
Okay, sure.
so then I met this other guy, and I'm like, something has to give. So I'm like looking for something in all the wrong places. So I meet this other guy, and I'm like, he has a good job. Oh my god.
Wild.
We have a good job. He has a good job, and we work at the same place, and our job's pretty decent. And he likes me, and I'm like, he's totally not my type. But once again, I just like, well, why not? But this is the bad part about this guy. So I'm born in 1987, and he's born in 1975.
Ooh.
So 12 years older.
Holy shit.
So I started dating him. I don't know why. I thought it was a good idea. He's divorced. He's like unstable because he gets angry. He has abandonment issues, which I mean, I get it. His wife left him. Where he was like stationed somewhere. Like, it was way too advanced for me. Like, it was too much, and he had a lot going on mentally and stuff. To where it wasn't really a good idea. We totally didn't mesh. He was never like, he was clingy. He kind of did his own thing, which I enjoyed about him for a while, because he did his own thing to where I was young, and at that point in time, my early 20s, I want to go to the club, I want to hang out with my friends. He didn't stop me from that, which was different from all the other situations I was in. So once again, I'm thinking this is a good situation. Not knowing that he's too old for me per se. Like, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with age gaps. I totally agree with that. But he was too old for me. He would have, he's an Aries, so he would have like, and moments where he would get angry and snap, but I kind of just like, you know, he was most of the time relatively normal, and I thought it was good until I realized that he didn't get really bad until I realized I wasn't happy. And he was actually, I actually consider him like an actual boyfriend for a while. When I wasn't talking to anybody else, he was actually considered like my boyfriend. Until I realized that I didn't want to talk to him anymore, because I'm young in my 20s, and he'd already been married. He didn't want to get married again. I didn't want to marry him. Like I said, he wasn't my type, but I was young, and I'm like, why not? You know? But then when I started trying to pull away from him, that's when he started to get unhinged. And that's when I got a little scared, because
Yeah, I would get scared too.
it was hard to pull away from him because I worked with him. So anytime I would try to break up with him or I don't want to talk to him, he would follow me. I would see like his car, like places. Like, I was a mall girl. I loved going to the mall. Why the fuck are you at the mall? He'd be in the mall. Why are you in the mall? I just saw you at work. Like, why are you fucking following me. Like it got scary. And then he started using manipulation on another failed relationship. I'm never gonna have children. I'm never gonna do this. I'm never gonna do that. You made me feel bad for leaving. So I would hang out with him. He would call me and beg me, "Can you please come hang out with me?" And I'm like, "Why? We're not together." But it became like really weird to where it was always, "You have to come over here. I need somebody to talk to." Like he got unstable. He would just like start crying. And it made me nervous. So I remember one day because he lived with his mother, and I went to their house and his mom wasn't there. And he just went at like batshit crazy on me and started yelling in my face about how that's what you get for messing around with this young bitch and blah, blah, blah. And he should have known that I was going to leave him. And I was like, I'm leaving. Like, I shouldn't have come over here. This is a bad idea. I'm leaving. Sorry, pretty much. So I remember rushing out the house and I had left something. And I'm opening the door to leave. And I realized I had like a little clutch or something. But in my haste of getting out, I didn't grab my clutch. So I turned to try to push the door to go back in, and he's like, "You fucking bitch." And he slams the door, closes, and it hits me square in the fucking face.
Oh my god.
And next second, I'm just like like it hits me right here. I'm just like bleeding.
Yeah, no, fuck this.
Yeah, like bleeding down my eye. And then he immediately burst into tears. And I'm just standing there stuck.
Bruh.
And he's like, "Oh my god, come in. I didn't mean to do that. And my dumb ass goes in because I didn't have nothing in my car. So I'm like, I need to clean the blood off my face. And he's like trying to clean the blood off my face and crying and all this and that. And I'm like, oh my God. And it scared me because he literally got on the ground, broke down, holding my pants legs. "I'm never going to see you again." And I'm like, okay, let me the fuck go. Because whether you intended to do it or not, you fucking hit me with the door. And I'm bleeding. So I'm mad. I don't care if it was an accident or not. I don't care if it was unintentional. That anger got the best of you. And yes, you didn't like hit me, but you hit me with the door. And you still hit me with the door. And if I let you get away with this, you're going to get mad and try to do something else. So I walked away. He ended up completely breaking down. He ended up AWOLing from the job. He just stopped coming to work. I'm not gonna say I didn't care, but I needed him to get away from me because it was becoming way too toxic and he was getting too clingy, and it was a bad idea to date him, but I didn't realize. And like now today he's horrible. Rex auntie sees him from time to time.
Oh god.
Walk around neighborhood. He just completely just had a meltdown. And then we found out me and Rec were together. That wasn't nice. He sent me all type of nasty emails.
Oh my god.
Because he was a family friend of them. It's crazy the way me and Rec got together. But he was a family friend. But then when me and him stopped talking and he became totally unhinged, they separated themselves from him. Yeah. And they kept me. So I became the family friend. And it was years later, and then before me and Rec even started to date.
Yeah.
But somehow he found out. I have no idea how he found out. Living on the streets. Because he decided that because part of the reason he was like, he tried to manipulate me into, I didn't need worldly possessions, and he was hell-bent that we need to move to the woods to be together. And I said, "So you can murder me? No, thank you. You're like that Lifetime movie guy.
I was say this is like a movie plot, right?"
Yeah, so you're gonna murder me? I'm like, I'm not that materialistic. I like clothes. I like makeup. Obviously, I don't have no makeup on right now. I like makeup when I feel like doing it.
Sure.
I'm moving to no damn woods. Like, I'm not moving to the woods. So that was a situation I stepped away from. I was happy I stepped away from that.
Good for you.
And
then you met Rec through this.
I met Rec through him. But in between that time frame, there was one more crazy instance I could think of.
Oh, no.
And this is literally right before me and Rec officially started dating. And you think I would learn my lesson
about how old were you?
From work. I was
a hot fresh Rec.
Well, I was still in my early 20s. I can't remember because, like I said, I would stop talking to somebody and I'm like, okay, let me talk to somebody else. Why?
I
He
feel
stopped
you.
working at my job, the crazy one.
Mm-hmm.
I decided it was a good idea to start talking to the other guy that worked at my job that was the same age.
Oh my god.
Good job, Plum. Good job, Plum Bob. Like, fucking smart. But then I'm like, oh my god, this one is normal. Oh, not really. Thought he was normal, but he was a manipulator in different ways. So he was,
Intentionally or unintentionally, doesn't matter, honestly.
yeah. So it was. I didn't feel like I was ever
It's
enough.
like, this is like,
Yeah.
to me, like, overall, like, categorically, this is just like emotionally broken men who don't know how to process their feelings and end up thinking like, oh yeah, it's fine to emotionally manipulate women so I get what I want. So
Yeah. And in this one,
so shitty.
he lived with his mother too. But his mom was like so nice and she loved me. But then it turned into I need to be like his mother.
What?
I don't cook. Okay? I cook a little bit. I'm a basic person. I'll make you some pasta. Like, I do simple stuff. But he would make me feel like I was less than a woman because I couldn't cook. So he would make me, and my dumbass listened. I would go to his house, and he wouldn't even let me in his room.
A lot of mental abuse, you know that?
I know. It's I know. Now that I look back and think about it, I don't know what the fuck is
Like,
wrong
all
with
these
me.
people insulting you, like, fucking,
he would tell
I
me-
hope nowadays you're just like, I would never, like.
Oh, I would never, ever, ever. Like, truthfully, it was a lot of messed up situations, but I'm happy that I went through every single one of them.
Sure.
Because I feel like, excuse me, it made me strong to where I was like, no, I'm not taking this shit. Like, it took me a while, but I finally learned what was right for me, and I grew.
Right.
And like I tell Rect all the time, because when I met Rect, he was 17 and I was 22. And he liked me, but he was a kid. I'm like, no. And he had a girlfriend, and I had my situationships at the time. And he was like, I wish I would have got with you sooner. I said, no, I feel like it was perfect. I feel like timing was everything. I had to go through all that bullshit. He had to go through his bullshit. We had to get to that healthy point where we would fully appreciate each other. I feel like we had to go through the roller coasters to get to our right path to each other, if that makes sense.
Sure.
But so this guy, it was like, he wouldn't let me in his room. He would tell me to sit in the kitchen with his mother,
Right.
and learn how to cook.
Absolutely.
And my dumb ass was like, okay, I sat in the kitchen. His mama barely spoke English. So I'm sitting here like, I can't even fucking understand what's going on right now. Like, why am I doing this? But I would still do it like a dummy. Like, I would do it because, once again, he was older. I thought he knew more. I thought he was wiser. When I really, he was another one. He smoked weed all day, but he was a functional weed person to where he would literally get up in the morning, smoke before work, go to work.
Oh my god.
Go home at lunch, smoke at lunch.
Ridiculous.
Go back to work. Before he left work to go home, he would roll his weed in the car, smoke on the way home, and then smoke all night, which I thought was normal. Like, I thought it was normal because like, I know, like, I like weed, but not all fucking day. Like, it should be a once every blue moon if you want to just hang out. But this was how he functioned. He had to have that to live. So he would do stuff. It was always mental games. And the worst thing, which is why he's on this list, and Reg actually reminded me of this, is I always felt like I was always trying to overcompensate and be somebody big and bad for him when he never changed himself for me. But I was always trying to do extra and pull myself out there. So I remember, this was sad. His nephew went missing. And I was totally there. I was totally there for him. I would try to be there for him the best I could, but I had never been through a situation like that. So it was hard because I didn't know how to deal with it, and I didn't want to feel like I was hinging on stuff that he had to go through with his family. So they would have investigators over and stuff, and they would sit there and they would talk amongst themselves, and I just didn't want to feel like I was intruding. So I was constantly texting him, like reassuring him, I'm here if you need me. If you want to hang out, let's hang out. If you want to do this, if you want to do this, you want to hang out. Um, and then he would just put me on the back burner because he didn't want to. He was dealing with stuff with his family, and I respected that. So then I noticed that there was this girl hanging around after a while. Like, they're still looking for his nephew, but I guess she works with like trauma for families, trying to, trying to help them out. So then I'll never forget, they found his nephew's body on my birthday.
Oh my God.
In like an abandoned warehouse, and his nephew was murdered. Shit. So he calls me on my birthday, and he's like, they found his body. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I didn't know what I was gonna do for my birthday. But I was like, can I come over? Do you want to talk? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, I need to be with my family. And I totally respected it. I was like, okay, I'll respect it. And then weeks passed, and he just kept being like really kind of like short with me, but I understand why, because I'm like, what'd I do? Like, I've been trying to support you. Come to find out, in the turmoil and all, I guess, the issues with everything, him and the girl who was helping the family went and fucking got married.
Oh shit.
So he went and married this girl. And then it immediately fell apart. And what did he do? He came back to the person who was the fallback, and it was me. And it was my fault that he married her. What because I wasn't there for him.
No, it's fucking
with his
not.
nephew when I tried my hardest to be there for him.
Weird ass gaslighting is this?
Yeah, I was, and then it was to the point where, like, he would say stupid stuff, and yes, you guys, it's so ridiculous. So he would say stupid stuff like, "It's your fault I got married." And my mama didn't like her. My mama likes you. He's like, my mama likes you. And to prove that you care about me, help me annul my marriage.
Oh, hell no.
What? What?
Oh, hell no.
So what did dumbass Plum do? Start looking up how to annul a marriage.
No, you did not. No, you did not.
And I let him play all these games to where I would go out to dinner with his family, because I always thought like they like me because I'm the one that's out with this family. When no, I've been known this family, and now you're playing games with me. So I remember we went out somewhere on one of his birthdays, and she was texting him the whole time about, I want to still be with you, blah blah. And then he showed me a text like, I'm texting her, but I'm here with you. Oh my God. Fucking Plum, you're stupid as hell. Right.
Alright.
Ride or die, just crazy.
Michael, if you're still watching, you better not fuck this up. Alright?
Right, you guys.
This girl's been through way too fucking much. You better not fuck this up.
Now he's laughing.
I swear to God.
He's heard this.
She went through all this fucking shit. She's ride or die.
And that's the thing.
You better fucking appreciate her every goddamn day, sir.
I don't know.
You appreciate the fuck out of her every goddamn day.
Right. I don't know what this
She had a whole kid as well with you. You're like,
yeah. But then I realized one day, I don't know what it was. I think it was years of build-up, because he was another one to where if I went to the bathroom, I had to take my stuff with me, because I would come back from the bathroom and he would have my phone like this. And he's yelling at me about some random text message that means nothing, getting in my face. Rec, it was 6 feet under flow. Okay, I know. I had some extra pace. RectWizard, don't get me on your past. But anyways, it got toxic to where, and he was another one to where nobody at work knew.
Yeah.
That we were messing around, because he didn't want nobody to know that we were talking like that. But then when I told him I was like, I don't want to talk to you tomorrow. I think we should just stop talking because we're just not gonna go anywhere. You fucking got married on me. I'll never forgive you for that. Like,
You got married on me like that fucking happens normally.
yeah, like you literally got married on me, and my dumbass helped you look up how to annul a marriage because I am too fucking nice and I was stupid and naive. And once again, my mom, and it's what's crazy is my mom knew this guy because my mom works the same place I work. She's been a manager. My mom, so basically, my mom's been working at our job since I was 7 years old. So she knew him because she was one of his managers for a long time. And basically what's creepy is when I was in high school, I used to walk down to the job. And my mom, when she would work in the same city because she was a traveling manager, and I'll walk into the job and sit there. And he was probably there staring at me because he was also, I'm not gonna say he liked everybody I've seen that he talked to was extremely young. And that was his thing. Like anybody that came into the job, because come to find out, he had a sexual harassment suit at the job years before I started working there because he got caught in the closet with some girl.
Yeah, because he got caught.
Right, he got caught. But yeah, I had to step away from him,
Yeah,
and it was crazy that when I stepped away from him, then all of a sudden he wants to tell everybody to work our business. Then it became a manipulation where no one knew that we were even talking. But now that I'm not talking to him no more, yeah,
because
definitely, Benny.
It's a way to regain fucking control.
Yeah, he would start telling stuff about our private business to people at work, managers who had no idea, who didn't need to know that.
But he's telling on himself then.
Right, he would tell himself, and I guess it was supposed to prove to me that, oh, I do want to be with you, and I'm sorry I got married and everything, but look, I'm claiming you now, so come back. No, I don't want to come back because you're putting all my business out there.
Ew.
Like,
so gross.
No, it's gross. Wait, what is Rex saying? I see it. Hold on.
My wife was way younger than then and just deal with it. And the balding asshole took her to cook. Like his mom had the nerve to email her when we got together. I told him I knew where he worked and I could come to his job. And what did I do, babe? I walked right in the motherfucker and sat in the lobby and stared at him the whole time he worked just to let him know I was there. And he could be there in 2 seconds.
Rex
what a boss!
Like I'm
Rex,
okay. So I'm not gonna lie.
Fucking boss.
I needed to get away from that office because.
Oh yeah, JV, welcome to America. I'm sorry I got married.
But that was exactly. He was like, "I'm sorry I got married.
Sorry I got married, babe, but we can still be together, right?"
Right, it's your fault I got married because you didn't console me the way you should have consoled me when my nephew got murdered.
Well, you didn't.
Which I felt like a horrible person. Like, damn, I didn't do. What did I not do? Like,
you didn't give my penis a little vagina hug when my cousin died.
It was crazy. So I felt I had never dealt with somebody being murdered. You know, like I didn't know what to do. So I felt like, oh my gosh, should I have done more? Should I have forced myself? He got married. And then it's crazy because I think I told mom this years later, and she was all like, I cannot stand the bullshit you went through.
You know what
like,
the fucking.
Why?
You know what the stupid thing is I could see this as like a Reddit story, like, hey Reddit, am I the asshole for not consoling my boyfriend more? And he got married and stuff. Like, this is a whole fucking Reddit story just waiting to happen.
Yeah, it's like, it's crazy. But
like, you type this shit up, it's gonna go on a Reddit story, 100%.
I totally thought about it before. I was like, actually, this is some novel shit. This is some BS. Like, a lot of this stuff is unbelievable.
People are gonna be like, this is a fake story? Like, who in their right fucking mind?
Yes, Young Plum TV show. Can we get a TV show from
Plum.
17
Young Plum
and a half to about 23-ish?
I love her.
23, borderline 24. Thank you, Benny. I just have a lot of crazy stuff that goes on. But yeah, so to sum it up,
yep,
those were my aspects of the mental torture.
When did you meet Rect?
So I met Rect
Yeah.
in 2009, I believe.
Oh my god.
And we started dating 2014.
It's wild.
And
happy anniversary.
Oh yes. We will be 8 years in July. And like I said, because me and Rect have been totally transparent with each other. He knows about all these stories, whether he likes to hear them or not.
Whoa, hold on
There's-
there, Buckaroo. Are you saying that you had an open communication within your relationship?
Yes. So,
Wild.
me
What
and
other-
Rect did a thing when we first got together. It was crazy. We both went through our Facebook, and we ran down the list. How you mess with him? How you mess with him? How you mess with her? We literally went and told each other all of our little dirty laundry. We told each other all of our past secrets. Because I walked into the Rect situation a whole differently than I did the last situations. I don't know if it's because I got older, but I got to the point where I was tired of the games and I didn't want to do that anymore. And I realized that I was worth more and that I'm a pretty person. Like, I used to think I was ugly and people used to make fun of me. Like, so I kind of...
You pretty.
Thank you. But I feel like that all stemmed on the shit that I accepted in my younger years.
Yeah,
like, I literally accepted all this shit because I wasn't fully happy with myself. Oh, okay. There was one more thing I forgot to tell about the last dude. And it and you guys are not gonna believe this, but Rect actually reminded me of this. So I told you, I tell him everything.
Oh no.
So he used to tell me that I stunk.
That's a Reddit story. I've read this Reddit story twice over before. Is this the guy that's like, he's always like, you stink, you stink, you stink, and so you took 1,000,005 showers?
Yes. So he would tell me, okay, so I know it's like, it's TMI, but
no, it's not.
He would like be around my breast area.
Your breast area.
My breast area. And he would tell me I stunk. And he'd be like, I can't even be over here because you stink.
I have titty sweat. Fuck off.
And he was all like, why do you smell like that? Like, is that normal? Has anybody ever told you you stink?
The fuck?
So I literally started to smell myself to where I fabricated this scent in my mind. Like, I really started to smell it myself. I was like, oh my God, I have like a body chemistry. My pH is not balanced. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, he had me so psychosomatic to where I didn't even want to like be naked around him or anything, because I'm like, if I stink so bad, just don't touch me. Like, it would make me so angry.
Right.
And then, so he was the last person I had been around anybody before Rect. So I remember when me and Rect first, you know, got comfortable with each other.
You're so fucking like, you're trying to be like wholesome about, but we're just like, yeah, y'all fucked.
Right,
we
so
know.
The first time me and Rect fucked, I was very, even though I hadn't talked to him like that for a long time, it messed with me mentally.
Yeah, of course.
Where I was scared for Rect to like get near my chest, because I still, in my mind, smelled myself.
Smelled it.
And then I straight up told him, and I said, I stink. You cannot be around my breasts. You cannot do that. And he's like, you don't stink. And all of a sudden, I didn't stink. Like, I lost that stupid ass mentality. And I don't know, basically, long story short, I'm gonna get all sappy. Rect helped me pull through all this shit. Like, being able to actually fully tell him everything about my insecurities. Him saying, why the fuck would you deal with all this? Because I thought I was ugly. I wasn't ever really told by a guy from the opposite sex that, oh, you're beautiful. It was always, you're beautiful if you do this for me, or I want this, or if I want that. And I took that shit because I wasn't 100% comfortable in my skin. So I took a lot of the mental abuse in my early 20s. I thought that's what you're supposed to do, and I thought that it was normal, and I thought it was right, but it was not right. And yes. But yeah, those are my crazy stories. Kneel to the princess. Yes. Those are my crazy stories when it comes to like abuse in relationships. I think that kind of sums up the worst of them.
And then there was this fucker, Rect motherfucking wizard.
Yeah.
Drag him. Cancel him. Let's go. No, he's awesome.
Thank you so much, Angel. Thank you.
Yeah. Telling everyone, I agree fucking fully, Angel.
Oh, of course. Aussie Jojo, thank you for being here and listening. Thank you, JV.
Good luck
I
with
have
the booster
way
shot.
too many stories. Yes, good luck with your booster.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the abuse, the mental abuse.
Go follow Plumbob. She does some really fun Sim streams.
Yeah, I'm a little simmer. I create crazy stories. As you guys know, I can tell I like to talk. But yes, shoot me some questions and answers.
All right, we have
Yeah.
completely unrelated to your story questions. Hooray! Here we go.
Okay, cool.
All right. Mom Bear, next time you gotta wait until I ask for the questions, by the way. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Do you feel the rise of online dating, Tinder, Bumble, etc., has caused a rise in abusive relationships? And I answered this in the chat before, but I also wanted to give you a chance to answer, and I'll answer out loud now as well.
Yes. Yeah. Yes and no. Wait, say it again.
Do you feel the rise of online dating, such as Tinder, Bumble, etc., so forth, has caused a rise in abusive relationships? Excuse me, I had gas.
I do, because I feel like in this day and age, I mean, I dabbled in, before me and Recton, I had like a little gap in between to where Chuck E. Cheese guy was trying to pop back up, but I was like, no. Like, he hit me up a couple times. I was like, no, I don't want to talk to you. I had a little time in between where I was like, what the fuck am I going to do? So I did dabble in online dating a little bit, but I'm going to say yes, because I feel like online dating, people can be whoever they want to be, of course, because you're online. And a lot of people mask their true stuff, and you fall for facades, and you fall for illusions of grandeur, and you fall for all these big ass lies, and then you meet somebody and they're completely different, and then you kind of get trapped and you kind of fall into
you
bad
get
pattern.
Catfished, basically.
Yeah, so I feel like it basically made abusers more accessible to
Absolutely.
anybody. So I think yes, I agree that it has made a rise.
So catfishing is a whole kind of thing as well, but also my initial thought towards this was that, you're giving those, even if it's the same number of abusers that there always are, you're now giving them access to a large selection of people, girls 13 miles in your area want to have sex, all the fucking porn ads and stuff. It's literally like that, except, they can just have a profile on Tinder or whatever and just swipe right infinitely.
Yeah.
Get that control.
Yeah.
And this was the follow-up. According to reports, children are safer in the world right now than they ever have been in the past. Just that information is shared more freely now, so it seems are more issues. Do you feel that abuse is similar than it is, that it's less than in the past, or it's just more talked about? I think it's both.
Yeah.
Personally.
I feel... Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. I feel that abuse is definitely more widespread, and it's definitely also talked about more. So I think it's both. And again, not only because of online dating and the more accessibility, but just in general, like the ability to communicate online, regardless of dating sites, just normal sites, you can find love or, find people to manipulate and get into relationships one way or another. Like, the accessibility is so wild, because back in the past, like, you only had your immediate town, and that's it, right? But now technology is like, all right, it could be anyone in the world, anytime.
Yeah.
You could set up bots for this shit too, technically.
Right. Like, I agree. I feel like it's, like you said, both. I do feel like just because I know a lot of stories from like different family members, and there's a lot of stuff in people's families I know, that abuse has been going on forever. But like you said, it's so easily generational. Generational, and there's a lot. Lost my train of thought. But yes, it's so more seen now because you have the World Wide Web, and you have abusers and stuff. It's too easily accessible. Like, when it comes to kids, having a kid now, I'm so scared about making sure she is completely sheltered and stayed as safe as possible, because the world is crazy, and with technology, I'm always thinking, 'cause, you love to post pictures of your children and stuff, but you gotta be careful and you gotta make sure your privacy
Yeah.
settings are good because the world is crazy and people. Yes, I call it the World Wide Web.
That's what it is.
RectWizard. It is the World Wide Web. Everything is so. I just showed my age. Yes, I had
I
dial-up.
call it I
Thank you.
call it the World Wide Web.
Yes. Oh,
Usually
real quick, I didn't
internet.
see Cypress. Did I pick up any good cooking
Yeah,
recipes
I
from the
was gonna
mom?
do that one.
Wait. Okay, so I didn't pick up a recipe, but I will say there was one thing that she did cook that I liked, and I did know how to cook it for about a year, and I completely forgot. It was like
I'm not
some type
y'all's
of.
ages.
It was like
I'm 28, going on 29.
Yeah, 35, going on 35, November. It was some type of chili verde chicken or something like that. You never heard nobody say World Wide Web? Oh my god, I'm old.
Sheesh. That's all I have to say
Okay,
to that.
but I also come from the household to where my dad would get mad if you took the phone off the hook and kicked him off the internet. So we had dial-up forever, and we had to beg my mom to upgrade, and I was well into my
I had dial-up until I was 18, and it fucking sucked.
I think I was about 18 or 19 too. With dial-up.
Yes,
yeah.
Cypress. Can I help you?
Twitch has World Wide Web.
Yeah, it's www. Right?
www. Oh yeah, correct me, fun of me because you told me I didn't have to do that no more. I thought I still had to put www on a website.
Make one of your sound alerts the old 56K modern sound. Confuse all the young kids. All right, what alert you want? What alert you want? You have free reign. Choose one.
Who, me?
Cypress.
Oh, Cypress. Okay. I was like, wait.
Cypress has to choose
Oh,
something.
I see it. I see it.
You can make it super specific, or you can make it a general. I have a very mean idea in my head now. I have a very mean idea in my head, and I think I'm gonna do that regardless of what Cypress says right now. But for all intents and purposes, I'll make it. I'll duo it. Anyway, that was fun.
Wait, Angel is not old. Angel is the same age as me. I'll be 35 in November.
I can't edit my stinger. Sorry. That's not a alert. Make it load really slowly. Hey Hito.
Hey Hito, how are you?
Good morning, sir. It is 11:28 p.m.
Oh, it is. I keep forgetting.
I'm gonna be 29 in a month, and wait. Am I gonna be 29? Yeah, I'm gonna be 29 in a month, and I'm kind of happy I made the decision to do a subathon because, good lord, my situation.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have like a Discord party?
I'm gonna have a subathon stream, and yeah, I need help with like incentives, y'all. So if you want to suggest incentives for that, like
me and Rect will come
tell
up
me
with
in the
some
Discord,
stuff.
please.
Man, and we'll tell you. Okay?
I have some hair dye stuff here. I've never dyed my hair before.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
So yeah, this is a semi-permanent conditioning hair color. So you like put it in your hair, like as like you're using as conditioner. So probably what I'll do is I'll get like a bowl of water here. I'll like back up and I'll put a bowl of water here and I'll condition my hair live on stream and dye it.
Oh yeah, that'd be really cool. I think that'd be fun.
Should I have a part in the Discord? Yeah, you can have a part in the Discord. That's fine. It'll probably be trusted user chat, VC, to be honest. But yeah, when I was young, my uncle showed me loading topless women on a 14K. What was I? Took us like 5-10 minutes per picture. I feel you, because that was me. That was me. Before age 18. That was me. It's just like, boobies.
That is hilarious.
It's just like, rat.
Hey, what's my next question?
I don't know. Does anyone have any questions for Plumbobprincess?
Obviously, I'm an open book, so and
Hito wasn't here, so you gotta repeat all of everything. Let's go from the top.
So basically, Hito. I have bullshit, and
She's
then top with some more bullshit.
I was about to say, I was about to call you a very mean thing.
To me?
Yeah.
What? Tell me, say it.
You can be like, this stupid bitch dated all these fucking assholes.
I did. Stupid.
But it's okay. Now she's a
I'm
smart
plum.
bitch.
I am a smart bitch now. I got a amazing husband who works my soul, but not in the abusive, manipulative way.
Fine, Cypress. Cypress, if no one else is asking questions, you're not hogging them.
Yeah, you're not. Ask away. I like questions. I like to talk.
But
yeah, so basically I'm like
having their child. Oh my god, I remember this, Hito.
Yeah,
fucking hell.
Yeah, the one who cried and hit me with the door, he would. Yeah, that's what Rec does. He forgets to put his fucking underwear in the hamper. That's the type of shit that mentally abuses me because I fucking go crazy looking at that shit on the ground. Like, I'm gonna strangle him with his chonies.
What's the moment you knew Rec was the guy?
Okay, so I fell for Rec really fast. Okay.
That's sweet.
But I knew Rec, so I was comfortable with him. So I'm not gonna lie, yes, I noticed him when he was 17, but I was like, ew, no, like I'm a grown ass adult. So I was not about to take it there. I was like, I would never do that because me and Rec's auntie are really good friends.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie, I remember the year we started dating. Before months, we started talking in January. He sent me a message and it was so random because I thought that. Okay, so I work for the state. I work for fucking DMV. Yeah,
right.
Duh. Horrible. So I thought it was a DMV question he was going to ask me. And then he started flirting with me. And I'm like, is this the same? What the hell are you flirting with me for? So basically we talked for months. And he just stopped talking to me because Rex still had a girlfriend at the time.
Ooh.
So Rex messaged me at night.
Naughty.
Naughty RectWizard. But she was horrible. Like, that's a whole nother
It's justified.
podcast. Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast issue. But
it's not
I had been
exposed.
Right. I was so cautious to where I had played in so many games, and I respected Rec's family, and I would flirt back, but I was cautious because I didn't want to cross those boundaries, because I didn't want to be that girl, because I didn't really know if him and that girl was gonna last or what. I knew they were having problems, but I respected his family too much that I didn't want to look like some little hoochie that's cheating with their son and grandson. So I was very cautious with my flirts back to Rect. There was a big blow up. Him and that girl ended up breaking up, and we finally hung out for the first time. And for a long time, months later. And Rect was very smooth. And the first kiss, okay, so it's gonna sound really cliche and really corny, but I remember the first night we hung out after talking and flirting. After him and the girl broke up, I felt more comfortable flirting with him, and I was so tired of all the BS that I was excited because I knew he was a really good guy, and I saw something new, something that I wasn't used to. You know, I was like, oh my god, he's really sweet, and he hasn't asked me to buy him a beer, and oh my god, like he's like, you know, he's really talking to me. It's super nice. So anyways, I remember the first night we hung out, we're in his mom's minivan, and he was all like, close your eyes. I'm like, okay. And then he like turns me to him, and he like so gently holds my face, and he gives me a kiss. And I swear that was the first time I felt like flutters. Like in my stomach. Like that was the first time I had ever had a kiss that I actually felt flutters. And then right after I kissed him, I said, I'm gonna marry him. In my mind.
Aww.
But yeah, but I only kissed him because I knew him. Because after a while, before I went on a little sabbatical after all this bullshit where I just kind of didn't even want to talk to nobody. I didn't mess around with nobody. I reconnected with Plum, and I told myself I wasn't going to get into any other situations unless it was right. And it just happened correctly. But Rec was very smooth. He had lines for days. He gets mad because I screenshot some of the shit he used to send me on Facebook Messenger. And I have a screenshot that I should hella read right now, but I won't do that to him.
Have you had your wedding yet?
Our wedding? We got married in 2017.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I would have put
We
those
just hit 5
screenshots
years.
on a fucking like
I
slideshow.
know. I know. I should have.
Oh no, he gave you permission. He said go ahead.
Yeah. He was all like, "Can I kiss you?" Oh, well, I can go ahead and read it. Oh, all right. We're gonna show you how RectWizard caught
You
a plum.
fucked up.
We're gonna show how RectWizard caught a plum bob.
His whole ass out. Let's go. 3-day ban.
There was. Okay, so these are like early.
We appreciate the corny.
Okay, so I'm not gonna read mines because mines are crazy.
Oh, come on.
Okay, this is a long one. So this right here is RectWizard.
That's a lot of words, but read it.
So, I want to be your man, babe, forever. I hope you will let me. I mean that. You make me feel so alive, so thrilled to breathe and wake up every morning. You make my mind at ease. I feel safe with you. My heart beats for you. And I know it's true love because I would take my last breath just to know that you're mine forever. Elise, aka Plum. I want to grow old with you. I want to live with you and I want to marry you, have babies with you. I want to wake up every morning and turn over just to see your face. My heart is just screaming with the love. Hold on.
I want to have babies with you.
Um,
he says stop.
I want to be the man you need. I would be faithful. I would be supportive. I would be that man you can grow
Yo,
old
this is
with.
some like DJ Khalid shit. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
he was
faithful.
like so smooth.
We'll have babies together.
Right. You can't spell love. You just feel it. And you're my best friend, my everything. And I'm so scared to lose you.
No quotes. No quotes, Hito. Just Q :
Yeah, so pretty much that's the gist of it. He can't stop laughing, but that's the gist of the stuff that he used to send me.
God,
and I wasn't
it's so
used
cringy,
to getting...
but it's like so romantic that like
right,
you're
it's
still
so
together,
cringe.
right?
Like when I first read it back in the day, I'm like, oh, fluttery. I'm like,
read one of yours. Yeah. You gotta read one of yours.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna have sex with him. Wait. And it's so funny because I just surely screenshot all his.
You know, I can add it to the queue either way. I'm using featured.chat and you should invest in it because it's great.
I mean, I'm just like, I feel exactly the same way. You don't know how much I want to be with you. Damn, I love you. I'm so happy that fate brought us together. I feel this is the way it was supposed to be. All the shit I've been through, it was all down to timing. I don't know.
You're both corny. That's fine. You deserve each other.
Yeah. Wait, okay, so I see question. During stressful times.
Yeah. During stressful times, how do you handle when you do need space from each other, though?
He just Rect said last week. One thing me and Rect, the only difference that drives me crazy, there is one thing that drives me crazy about Rect is I am a problem solver and I want to solve problems right when I'm having the problem. Rect is not, because he doesn't like to argue. I'm not going to say I like to argue, but I don't like to dwell because I'm an overthinker. And if we're fighting about something, if we don't settle it now, I'm going to just keep thinking about it, thinking about more things that I'm mad about. When Rex is the total opposite, he wants time to decompress and process. I'm like, no, let's handle it now. Let's handle it now.
This is some wild like gender role reversal too, in a way, which is kind of cool.
Which is crazy because I know I'm back to signs, but he's a Pisces, I'm a Scorpio, and he always says my Scorpion likes to just like attack his little fish. But I like to talk. I want to know what's going on. But I've learned over the years to have a compromise to where he realizes that he can't take too long because I get it's going to be worse if he takes too long, and I realize to not immediately attack. So if we are having an issue, where I'm at right now is where Rect comes. He will come and sit here in the office. He'll play a game. He'll decompress. I'll turn on some trash TV. Wait a second, think about it, and then one of us will break and be like, "So you're ready to talk?" And then we'll talk. And we just kind of learn to meet each other halfway. I'm trying to not constantly now, and he knows that he can't leave me hanging.
That's wholesome. You make compromises.
Yeah. So.
Good communication. We fucking stand. Her compromise was slamming shit being shit. Wow.
First of all, don't put me on blast. I'm better.
Wow.
He's an
Damn,
ass.
called out. Let me know
Oh
what
yeah,
she's
because
about.
so back when he used to wait forever, Rec would like go to fucking sleep, and I'm like, why are
Yeah.
you sleeping? We have to talk about this. So I might used to want to put up all the laundry and start to clean the bedroom while
On
he's
the
sleeping.
couch.
Yeah,
Couch.
yeah. Oh, you solved your situation the same way, Yeah, that's the
That's
best
wild.
way.
It's
Yeah,
fucking
Rec's about to be in the
wild.
doghouse tonight. He about to be in this office tonight. Dog wrecked. Not.
Rex, stop digging your grave, buddy. You're already dead.
I'm gonna beat you up, Rec. Why are you being mean to me? No, just playing. But yeah, I like that question. That was a good question.
It's good. It's good. Anyone else? Questions, comments, concerns, additions, subtractions? Any questions from me?
This certain situation took a weekend to resolve. Yeah,
Nice.
I try not to.
That's pretty fast.
It is fast, but I need it resolved.
But it works.
Tonight.
Yeah, same. I feel that. I can't stay angry or upset about something for too long, or else it'll just like start festering, you know? It's always about you, Waba. Make it about your guests for once.
Oh my god, he said me and Plum usually are fine the same day, unfortunately. Okay, RectWizard. You better pull your blanket out, sleep on his couch with these Pokemon stuffed animals.
Oh, Rect is sleeping with me tonight?
But yeah. You guys are funny.
Hey,
it does feel like
I
time
am
is slow,
soft and I'm a Pokemon. Look at all this squish that you get.
Are you plushy? You plushy?
I'm the
You're the
little
little
spoon.
spoon.
I'll gladly hold you. Though it might be kind of hard. Although I have pretty good.
Yeah, but not to be like a total sap. I am happy that it's crazy to rehash all that stupid shit I went through because it's been so long since I've actually thought about it, or like I don't really talk about it really because me and Rec don't necessarily, we lay everything out at the beginning. He knows all the stories. We don't necessarily just talk about it. So it's stuff I haven't even thought about for years. So it's crazy to think about it and see how far I've come. And I'm I appreciate every single one of those jackasses. Because
in a way, right, because they led you.
They made me stronger to where, no offense, Rec, but when it got to you, I was in that mindset to where I'm not taking shit. I'm not buying you no beers. I'm not taking you getting married. I'm not taking, I was overcautious. I'm not gonna lie, I did get kind of callous. And I kind of I'm not gonna say I gave up, but I had got to a point where I didn't want to even, I was so disgusted with men at that point in time.
Right.
I was like, I'm either gonna start dating women or just like, something's gonna happen here. But I was totally not looking. And I'm happy because I felt like every time I looked, it was bullshit. And when it was time for something good, it just finally, it fell.
It just be like that sometimes, honestly. That's just how life works, you know?
Yeah, I totally was just like, I wasn't even looking for Rect. And
tell me it's gonna be all be okay while Plum beats me within an inch of my life. I had it on that last part, but
what did he say?
He said, tell me it's all gonna be okay while Plum beats me. I'm like, within an inch of your life. Oh my god,
he's ridiculous. But that's a good question too.
Yeah. Has there ever been a time, that's the last question, I'd say. Has there ever been a time that you thought about quitting content creation? Because I know you took a big break. Because, you had a whole
I took a big break because, so, if you ever do a mental health Monday about fucking corporate America and the mental strain that a job can take on you.
Listen, every mental health Monday can be about anything.
I'll be your first guest on that bullshit because that's some bullshit I hate. But good question. So basically,
interesting topic.
When I had my baby, I took almost a year off. And within that year,
mental health Monday on capitalism.
Yeah. Rect surprised me and he got my setup for my birthday and everything, and I started streaming.
Yeah.
And then I hit affiliate, and right when I went back to work, I pretty much had a mental fall apart. A mental break, pretty much. I've always hated my job. no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I maybe liked my job a whole year, and then I started hating it. Why did I stay? Stupid. It's kind of the same issues I've had with those men in the past, where I got too complacent, I got too comfortable. And I got too comfortable with the job and I never left. So that year off was beautiful. I got to bond with my baby. I got to stay home, and when I went back to work, I literally broke. I know it's hard. I know parents don't like to leave their
It's
children,
hard.
but I struggled so bad to where Rec was concerned because I was throwing up and crying every day. Um, Leaving work, I got literally was making myself sick. I wasn't eating. I was throwing up because I hate my job that much. Like, so I stopped streaming because I was depressed and I didn't see how I could stream because nobody's gonna watch a sad person. Like, I was only happy at home, and then I would get so depressed because I'd run home to get here from work, see the baby, she go to sleep, and I'm crying for the rest of the night. Like, nobody's gonna watch that. So I did pretty much quit, and I didn't think I was gonna come back to streaming because I didn't know how to pull myself out of that. And I'm still struggling with it, like badly.
Mm.
But I'm trying to I've been trying to redirect my thoughts and redirect my energy, and I'm trying to do stuff that I think is fun and makes me happy. I stopped crafting because I love crafting. I stopped crafting, I stopped streaming, I stopped doing everything that I liked because of work. And I remember me and Rick had a big talk one night, and I told him I don't know what to do because I'm miserable and I just feel like I'm fucking dying. Like, I feel like I'm trapped in this hellhole every day, and I can't just quit my job because you have a whole ass kid now. Like, we have a baby and we need both of our incomes. And I just kind of just slapped myself one day and said, I hate my job. I'm determined to get out that job. I do not want to go into 2023 at the DMV. So I decided, get off your ass, start streaming again. You like it, like it's fun. Even if you can't stick to a schedule, try to do a couple days a week. Start crafting again. So I revamped my Etsy page. I said, and I kind of just like try to cleanse myself. I'm not gonna. I hate my job, and it's a struggle. And I'm struggling because I don't go as much as I should go. It's bad. I have a horrible calling problem. And I know I can't be that way, but I don't know. So I'm struggling with it, but I'm trying every day to get better. But yeah, so I did quit for a while because of that, because I fell into a really dark mental space about my 8 to 5. Well, this week 8 to whenever, because it's fucking busy. So yeah, so that's the question. I did quit for a while because of that.
Damn.
Yeah.
And honestly, when it comes to like mental health
cyphers.
and streamers, like literally just like hit me up. I will fucking just chat with you offline about anything.
Yeah, because I've been telling Rec, because I've also told, like, I want to well, I'm making an appointment with Waba because I do want to just have like talks. I do have a lot of stuff on my mind that
literally, like, the best kind of support that other streamers can provide to other streamers is this, like, just chatting about like the real shit, the fucking like struggles that no one talks about, you know?
Yeah. But I'm laughing at Cypress. Why wasn't hired nanny to cook cleaning service to her baby's born last year? You took a year off. So the only reason why, real quick, I'm not gonna say I manipulated that, but COVID was the only reason why it helped me get the year, because I had my maternity time, and then I had my bonding time. But then Rec was working and we had no available childcare, and I just happened to fall under a clause with COVID that allows you to stay home without childcare care, because every childcare near us was closed. So it just worked out. I was able to get a little bit extra bit of time and stay with her because there was nothing open for COVID, and we had no other options, and Rec couldn't take off work, and my job does allow you to take up to a year before they terminate your position. So when a year hit, I had no choice but to. So we had to make things happen. We had to find moves, find babysitting. but it was nice to not have to worry about that for a while.
Understandable.
Well, Reg did his time. He split it up because at work you didn't have to take it all together. I just took everything straight together. He had to take his weeks within the first year. So like he did 2 weeks when the baby was first born to help with the baby because nobody was getting any sleep. And then he just took a couple weeks off throughout the year until it hit the time. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, work's on one thing that you have in your. Yeah, I totally get that. That's like that's your outlet. You got to have something.
Absolutely. Just makes sense, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm feeling dangerous.
Okay.
I have someone in mind to raid.
Okay.
I don't know them. So I'm scared. But it's another Mental Health Monday person.
Okay.
Um,
Of course, Cypress. Thank you so much for all your questions. I like sharing.
They're talking death, violence, drug use, apparently. Just a trigger warning. One of the mods put out randomly.
Is the baby still awake?
Interesting. I kind of like the way that they do trigger warnings. They have a command says trigger alert, mute and do not read chat until you see another highlight message pop up and say end trigger if this topic is triggering to you. And then they highlight a trigger warning is in effect, subject matter death, violence, drug use. Interesting. How do we feel, chat? Do we want to raid there or we want to raid somewhere else? We could raid a music person. We could raid a music person.
Sounds good to me. We can raid that.
I've been told to try to raid a random music person. So I could look at music category. But this has been Plumbobprincess tonight, everyone.
Yay!
Yay, indeed. What if we just rated the top fucking music stream? That's probably dumb.
Fine. Why not?
Here, let me search tags on mental health for music streams.
Oh yes, no problem. Thank you guys for listening to my story. Thank you so much for having me again, Waba.
Thank you for being here. Honestly, it's been awesome. All right, I see cozy music and healing, new emote. I got a PO box. I don't know this person at all. Singer songwriter from New York. All right, time to make friends. We're probably not going to be noticed if we. This is the problem I have when raiding into like really big streams is that I don't know if like we're even going to be noticed at all. You know, I'm always scared.
I totally did that one stream and I hella thought he didn't see me. I was like, ah! It was like a delay. Somebody had to tell him. I was like, oh.
The second highest with mental health tag has MILF Monday. I love it.
Fun. Some bad MILF up in here.
Narcotics Anonymous support. I don't even know what the fuck this guy's about. I don't know. I don't trust. This is my problem. I don't trust folks. I'm so like.
You want to be careful who you spread your.
I'm so sussy, you know.
I'm
just like I don't want to give y'all over to like someone who's like.
Hello, Muffin. Hi, little brother. How are you?
Hey, Muffin. How's it going? Walking in. This guy is here. MILF Monday. Roll the dice. Roll the dice. I don't know.
I say MILF Monday. I'm part of MILF Monday.
Let me just click this guy's stream real fucking quick. He's in a cowboy hat. Pro variety boomer learns new words, full sends harmonies into a looper, unfrozen caveman gamer gets a computer and overnight is voted best gamer on Twitch. Recovering opioid addict spills the pills on recovering life after addiction. Come on in this hoss. NA, JFT, Discord, hoss hole recover, holes recover. Don't be a dick, don't spread hate, don't be racist. Just be a hoss hole, that's all. This guy's funny. Whatever. Man, I suss people out too much. Fuck it, whatever. Let's just listen to him for a minute.
Nice. Look.
Whatever. We're rolling the dice on it.
Wait, who's been muted? What are you talking about?
Artstream, maybe. I don't know.
I purposely was.
Artstream will happen eventually.
I see.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna roll the end card, and then we're gonna read out. Okay.
Alrighty, sounds
Thank you,
good.
Plumbob. Appreciate you greatly.
Thank you so much for having
Look,
me.
you
I
sons of
totally
bitches stay
appreciate
right
it.
where you're at
I
because
like
I
to
got
talk.
some stuff to tell all of you.
Talk too much. But good night, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm about to go hang out with baby girl before she goes to sleep.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Thank you so much for watching Mental Health Monday. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give the video a like, put a comment down below, and share it with a friend. If you want to catch it live, feel free to follow us on Twitch. The link is in the description below. As always, mental health is an open and ongoing discussion, so feel free to say hello and then, come talk with us about mental health. I love the topic, always talk about it. It's a chill atmosphere, it's a safe space. Sometimes we get a little chaos and chaotic, but it's still a safe space all the same. If you also enjoyed the guests and what they had to say, you can check out their content as well. I put their Twitch links in the description below. As for the rest of my socials, they're also down there: Twitter, Instagram, and the Discord if you want to join. As always, take care of yourself, do some self-care today, and be well. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.